Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I just want to start out by saying thank you so much for all the love on my first video. It's kind of taken a lot of courage to make these videos, I'm not gonna lie. It's way out of my comfort zone. I'm still learning, so just be patient with me. In my last video, I did not necessarily say my stats in the beginning. I know I put it in the description, but I had a couple people ask. So my starting weight, my highest weight was 333 pounds. After my 3-week diet, I did my surgery weight, which was 315 pounds, I believe. And then my current weight, I'm 7 months post-op. My current weight is 227 pounds. So that is a loss of 106. So super exciting. I want to encourage everybody. I've had my fair share of stalls. I've had weeks where I haven't lost any, and then my next week I lost 5 or 6. So stick with it. Just keep doing what you're doing, sticking with the routine. So I want this video to be about the surgery. So what the traveling was like. I had my surgery on Friday, October 4th, 2019. On Thursday, my husband and my mom came with me. Typically, only one person comes with you or nobody, depending on your situation. I did get it approved to bring both of them with me. However, we just had to pay for the first night in the hotel for them. They were really nice, really accommodating, allowing me to bring both of them. It's super nice of them. So the Thursday night we decided to, I live in Arizona, so we drove to San Diego and we stayed in a hotel right on the other side of the border. They recommended one to us. It was a really nice hotel. It wasn't too expensive or anything like that. It was on the United States side, so it was in California. So we stayed there Thursday night, and then the driver came across the border, picked us up at the hotel Friday morning. We were allowed to leave our car there. The hotel let us. We just locked it up, everything like that. Put it in a safe spot. Drove across the border, super easy, super quick, no issues. The day I had surgery was a very busy day for the cardiologist. So the two things they do before your surgery is they do a cardiac workup. So they do an EKG, and they also will take blood work and make sure everything's okay on that end. So typically they'll take you straight to the surgery center and do all of that at the surgery center at Beauty and Light. For my case, since the cardiologist was so busy, we actually went to his office. So the driver drove us there. Didn't have any issues with that. Did my EKG. The cardiologist was super nice, spoke very good English. I passed my EKG. And they then took me to the surgery center. There, they got me in a room. They got the blood work started, got all that done. I got there at about 11 a.m. My surgery started at 2:45, 2:50, I think is when they walked me back. I woke up from surgery. The wonderful nurse showed me the time. It was like 3:50, so it only took an hour, which was really awesome because for somebody with my BMI, I think my BMI was 58. Typically, it takes a little bit longer is what I had heard, the surgery, because my stomach's bigger, my liver might be heavier, I have more fat around everything. So that was really cool. I woke up from the surgery. I didn't have any issues. They moved me back to my room. I had my own personal room at Beauty and Light, which was awesome. I didn't have to share it with anybody. A little bit about my pre-op diet. I had to do 3 weeks of, it's called a liver shrinking diet. And that is to remove weight from your liver, essentially. So your liver could be a very fatty organ, and your liver lays on top of your stomach like this. And so during the surgery, one of your laparoscopic tools holds up your liver. So it's literally like this little loop tool that literally holds it up like this while they perform your surgery on your stomach. So they want your liver as light as possible so that tool can hold it up. It's not too heavy. There's not as much risk of puncturing it, things like that. So since my BMI was so high, I had to do 3 weeks worth of it. The 3-week diet entailed of a low carb, high protein diet, which, hello, my whole life, that's what I've been trying. But it was just different. You had this goal in mind that, it'd make it easier for the surgeons. It would make your surgery less risky. There was just something different about that diet that I took more serious. So I did it. The 2 days before surgery, I had to do clear liquids. Yeah, like broth and water and jello. That was about it. But we did it. I can't tell you that my family didn't want to kill me, because they probably did, but we survived. That was kind of the pre-op stuff. I kind of forgot to mention that. When I woke up from the surgery, all the research that I'd done told me you just need to walk. You need to walk as soon as you feel comfortable getting up, as soon as the anesthesia kind of wears off, just walk. It'll get the gas out. What they do in the surgery is they fill your stomach with gas after they cauterize your stomach to make sure that there's no leaks. So to make sure they stitch up everything, there's no holes or leaks in your stomach. So they fill it up with gas. Well, they can't suck the gas back out. So the only way to get rid of the gas is by walking, so you can pass the gas. So I knew that going into it. So as soon as I could, I just was like, get me up. So my family got me up. I started out by just walking in the room. And once I was feeling a little better, I would walk the halls, and I would just go back and forth as long as my body would let me. And it seriously helped. Sometimes it's hard to differentiate the pain. Is it like pain from the surgery, or is it gas pain? If you talk to anybody who've had the surgery, they will tell you that. Most of the time it's gas pain. If you have pain in your shoulder, if you have pain in your back, some people say their sides, some people say their thighs, like weird places, it's gas pain. So walk and it'll come out. I promise. You're going to be burping like crazy. I joke that every time I sit up out of bed, I'm like a baby. Every time I sit up out of bed in the morning, I have to burp. Like it just, I've never been a burper until I had this surgery. Post-surgery, your stomach is 4 ounces, can hold 4 ounces right away. It'll stretch out a little bit, but I'm 7 months post-op, and I really, depending on what it is, I really only eat like 4 to 5 ounces per meal. We stay the night in the hotel, or in the surgery center Friday night. Saturday morning, I was released. Everything went great. I felt fine. They took me to the hotel, and that is where I just relaxed with my mom and my husband. One thing that I want to tell everybody is, if you have surgery at Beauty and Light Solutions and you stay at this amazing hotel that's literally right across the street from the surgery center, you can see it from the window at the surgery center. It's such a nice hotel. But if you stay there, they have a restaurant downstairs that you can either go sit down at, and they'll give you free broth, free jello, and free popsicles, like all sugar free. Or you could even get it room service to your room. So sometimes it's kind of hard to sit after the surgery just because your stomach is so sore. So I had it delivered to my room, and it was perfect. You don't have too much of an appetite, but it really helped. Biggest tip is bring Gas-X. That saved me. They don't have it in Mexico. You can't buy it there. So make sure to bring it. I just had a chewable tablet, and it was kind of nice because it was kind of like I felt like I was eating something, but I really wasn't. And it was a mint flavor, so then it kind of gave my mouth like a nice taste after. So I recommend bringing that to everybody. I'll have another video with like what to pack and what to bring and essentials and things like that, because that's like a very common question that everybody asks. So stay tuned for that. But Sunday morning, the driver, Mauricio, came and picked us up Sunday morning and took us to the x-ray facility. So after the surgery, they have to do an x-ray. You have to drink this terrible drink that, if you ask anybody, they'll tell you it's terrible, because you kind of have to do like a big swig of it, which is really hard after the surgery to take a big swig of anything. Like you pretty much sip, like even to this day, I can't like chug a drink. It's essentially a dye drink that you have to swallow so they can make sure there's no leaks as it goes down your stomach. I recommend bringing your Gas-X with you to that, because after you drink that stuff, if you take your Gas-X, it has that minty flavor, and it'll help get that nasty taste out of your mouth. I wish I did that. I didn't think about it. But what I did, because you go with your whole group, so like everybody that had surgery the same day you did, I think there was like 3 other people with me. I had to wait for them to be done, and let me tell you, I was so nauseous from that drink. So I just went outside and I just kind of like walked around, got some fresh air, and that really helped. So once you're finished with your x-ray, you go back to the surgery center, you sit down with Nathan, who's freaking amazing. I love Nathan. and he will go over the results. So he'll put the x-ray up. He shows you, like, here it is. You don't have any leaks. They give you the x-ray, so you get to take it home with you. And then he'll also look at your incisions, make sure they all look good, make sure there's no infection starting or anything falling out. Like stitch-wise, not like, yeah, anyways. So he makes sure everything's still intact, everything looks good. And then Mauricio will drive you back across the border. And that was super easy also. The surgery center is like 8 to 10 minutes past the border. Like, it's super close. So going back on a Sunday was a little bit busier, but it still was super fast. They brought us back to the hotel. We got in our car and we drove home. So I know if you fly, they pick you up from the airport and then they drop you back off at the airport. So you don't have to worry about transportation, shuttles, like nothing like that. They'll bring you back to the airport. So that's really cool also, because I know one of the biggest worries for people having surgery in Mexico, especially people that have never been to Mexico, is I don't know how to drive across the border, or, you know, worrying about that. So it's really nice that they do that so you don't have to stress about that. But guys, we felt safe the entire time we were there. It was so nice. They drove us anywhere we needed to go. The surgery center has really nice security. Nobody just walks in. You have to go up an elevator to, it's a second or third floor. But it's at night, it's locked. You have to use a keypad to get in. Their security, like, it's such a safe facility and it's so nice. I recommend looking them up, looking at pictures, filling out the form just to get information. Just if you fill out the form to request information, doesn't mean you are ready to have the surgery. You could schedule the surgery way out if you wanted to, but you could at least get the information. Meet Nathan, talk to him. He's so nice. He's so helpful. And then if you have any questions, just let me know. I think my next video is going to be the tips and tricks and what to pack, because that's probably going to be a pretty common question. And it's kind of a more fun video. This one's kind of more informational and hopefully not too boring. But seriously, guys, like, it seriously is life-changing. I talked about this surgery and I researched this surgery for almost 4 years. And I'm so glad that I finally did it. My biggest regret is not doing it sooner, which everyone will tell you that. If you have any questions, seriously feel free to message me. I'll leave my Facebook, my Instagram, and my email down below. Or just comment on the video, whichever. I would love to interact with anybody that has any questions. Please subscribe to my channel. I promise it'll get more fun and upbeat. And I'd love to have you. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye! So I wanted to start out, what is going on here? Lordy have mercy. Please hold. So, what did I want to say? I don't remember.